Singh as he comes to welcome you and to say a few words about this alert service that we're launching here tonight, or this morning.
Thank you, IK, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Good morning to all of you. And first, I'd like to thank our Honorable Minister for Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Buzun Tijani, to have come and grace this occasion, and also our EVC, our CEO of Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, for having come over all the way. And my team, the Executive Committee of Nigeria, many of our friends, I see the ADCON president here, I see our brand ambassador here, I see a lot of our friends, members from the media. Thank you for joining us. So I think this is a very important service for us. And at the heart of AIRTEL, there is a bit of social connect that we serve for the society. And despite all the profitability, the revenues, things like that, I think at the heart of it, serving customers is what really gives pleasure to all of us. And this product is not a pricing product. It's not something which is around value of price, things like that. But I think it's more about protecting customers, keeping customers secure, safe. I've got a small presentation, and I'd like to take you all through it. It's got some stats, it's got a bit of video, and during the Q&A session, we can take further questions on this product. How do I move? Yeah. So spam today is a menace, and this is something which is globally recognized. It's a menace here in Nigeria too. And a bit dated, but Nigeria is 7th globally in spam SMS, in the ranks of spam SMS. About 60% of our consumers receive spam SMS in a month. These are figures that we can see on our network and a few other data points that we have looked at. So 60% receive spam SMS in a month, and a whooping, almost the entire citizen base has received some kind of spam SMS or something like that. These are unwanted SMS. Spam, I mean, before we go look at spam, many of us are affected by scams. And we all know, and I know a few friends of mine who have been affected by a scam. Some of us have fallen prey, some of us have gone halfway the distance and then recognized the problem, and then we've stopped. Now, a scam is where you lose billions of dollars. The world over, people have lost billions of dollars. Spam invariably starts with a spam message. For a scam to happen, it starts with a spam message. Not every spam message leads to a scam, but most likely a scam is followed from a spam message. So preventing spam will mean you are helping to prevent scam. And that's fundamentally one of our key thinkings. And you would have heard things like this. And a scam or getting affected by a scam is also, as Bhumi was showing, when the scam happens, you're alone, you're vulnerable. And if you're scammed, ultimately, it's a bit embarrassing. It's a little difficult to acknowledge that we fell prey to a scam. So it's a bit of a sensitive feeling for a person. Emotionally, it hurts you a lot. I mean, that's what these scams, experiences with scam. Today, there are existing solutions. Definitely people have tried, telcos have tried, many industry bodies have tried. But it's not completely enough, the existing solutions. Now, if we look at, there are spam filters. So there are banks who have reached out to us, and we put spam filters where there's a direct link between a bank and a telco. So it's a dedicated link, and let's say the link is, let's say it's the Standard Chartered, and the messages that come from Standard Chartered, and then we have an AI at the core of the core network, and then that AI identifies which is coming from a Standard Chartered line and which are supposedly coming from Standard Chartered, but not actually emanating from the bank. So you're able to block them. So this is a solution. But problem with these solutions is that you need to have a dedicated link. It has to be from the main office of the bank to the core of the network. So it's got a bit of challenges, but yeah, these are existing. You have crowdsourcing based apps. Many of you all know Truecaller kind of apps. So this is also a solution available, but a crowdsourcing based app also depends on the customer having downloaded the app on the phone, as well as the app having access to the phone books. So there are some constraints around that. And then some countries have tried the calling name presentation, where from the KYC records you're able to present on the calling name. Now, these are all there, but they are not enough because they are purely reliant on user feedback. That's one thing. Internet connectivity is required. It requires an app to be installed. Some have privacy, like calling name presentation could evoke privacy concerns. And one other important thing is malicious actors keep changing the SIMs. So multiple SIMs coming in. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the AI model, which kind of addresses this action. So these are some of the existing solutions that are there. I wouldn't say telcos have not tried. Telcos have tried, but it's not been holistic till now. US, there are some operators in US who have tried. Operators in UK, East Asia, Korea has tried. Some networks in Korea have tried a lot of solutions like this. But it's not holistic because it focuses on restricted use cases like IVR robocalls. Robocall is nothing but an automated system generating calls by itself without a human intervention. So there are solutions like how do you prevent robocalls are there, reliant on user feedback. So most of these solutions are reliant, what have been built are reliant on user feedback. They are on app based, so they are restrictive in terms of being offered. So we took it as a challenge to solve for spam. And today we are launching a Pan-Africa spam solution, but we are launching it from Nigeria, which is our largest market. So now this is something that we built painstakingly. Firstly, we took it as a challenge. How do we solve this problem? It's a major problem. There are solutions restricted. How do we make it ubiquitous? How do we create a challenge for this? It took a lot of time. Close to 10,000 man hours of data science effort was spent on this. About 12 months of rigorous building. So we created a stealth team, and the team looked at many solutions, looked at AI models, and built a lot of, we took a lot of time to build this model. And close to 50 members worked on it. So 50 plus members, software experts, network experts, commercial experts, with working on 12 months with a single-minded purpose of how do you protect customers from spam. And that's the genesis of, that's how this entire thing has taken place. When we are coming and talking here, it's got so many of man-hours of thinking and in detail working, which has finally led to this product. So I'm going to play a small video which talks about how this works. So that's broadly how this entire module works. What's the scale of our solution? We've got about all Airtel smartphone and feature phone users across the entire base, all of them are subjected to this AI model. 8 million plus SMS daily is being, subjected to the AI model, and the speed to assess each of these 8 million messages is 2 milliseconds. I mean, I don't know how to express milliseconds, but let's say if you blink your eye, that's probably about 5 to 6 milliseconds. So that's the speed at which we are able to analyze 8 million SMS daily. What are we analyzing? And I think this is an important thing to understand. There are patterns that we are analyzing in the entire AI model. Now, let me talk about velocity of SMS. Someone who's sending about 1,000 SMS in a span of 10 minutes. Now, that's something suspicious. Someone who sends only outgoing SMS and doesn't receive any incoming SMS. So there's no identity for the person. Now, that's another parameter that we analyze. Geographical spread of SMS largely, we'll get calls later. SMS is when someone sends an SMS from, let's say, Zamfara or Gombe to all states of Nigeria, and in a span of 1 hour, right? Goes across. That's something. Frequent device change. Someone who keeps changing multiple SIMs on the device or the same SIM on multiple devices, the frequency of device change. Incoming to outgoing SMS trend I just talked about. Volume of incoming. So there is no incoming message, there is no incoming call, there is no identity, only outgoing. So these are all some of the parameters. Not just this, cyber cells, the inputs from cyber cells also goes in, the input from regulatory agencies goes in. So all of that comes in. Like, someone who doesn't use the data at all, but only uses a SIM for sending messages. I mean, that's an indicator. So there are, in a span of 2 milliseconds, these are all the parameters that we analyze. And how does the solution work? I think we've covered a bit in the video, but about 1 billion data points, so about 250 parameters for each of these 8 million messages. So close to 1 billion data points are analyzed on a daily basis. And all of these data points go into a AI model. It's a proprietary AI model which we built within AIRTEL. And this model learns patterns, learns how this entire SMS behavior is happening, and it sifts the SMS within a span of 2 milliseconds into a suspected spam SMS and a valid SMS. And it's important that I call it suspected spam because we also have about 97% is the success rate that we are able to identify spammers. 3% is still wrong, but this is a learning model. It will keep learning, and we are sure that this 3% also will keep coming down. That's a number that we constantly keep looking at in the lab. So it splits a real-time alert of the message. And he sees a message saying suspected spam alert on top of the message. So the message, nothing changes with the message just continues as it is. So the message reads here that we urgently need staff with salary of 30,500, reach HR, right? Something like this. Or you have won 1 million naira in a lottery, just click this link. So that is what the message will come. There's no change in the message. We just say suspected spam on top. And we believe this is ubiquitous and this is simple, easy for people to understand. Because once there is a suspected spam indicator at the top, I'm sure that you're beware. So if there is an OTP request, there's something that will run in your mind, should I give my OTP? Or should I click this link? That's essentially what we do. So we're just making the customers feel that yes, this is a suspected spam. And we get 97% of our messages are right at this point in the AI model after all this 4-5. I mean, it's running in this network for about 3 months now. And in 3 months, we've been able to identify close to 97% is right. So that's what we say. It's a real-time alert. And initial results We've not launched it, but the results that we have seen is that there's about 7.7 million spam SMS that we have identified on our network in the last 3 months. I'm sure that is there in every other network, but we've been able to detect that so many spam messages are there. We're also able to detect 1 million. This is not a unique spammer, it's a total 1 million base. We're trying to get the unique spammers. So we are able to identify about 1 million spammers sending about 7.7 million messages to customers. And here, the latest count that we have got is a 99.5% reduction in spam SMS. So we've seen the graph that the spam SMS which has been running, which has been going like this, and after the solution has been implemented, it's kind of crashed. So I think now we've got about 2,500, 3,000 spam SMS only coming on our network. It's kind of crashed down. So as far as we are concerned, we want to protect our customers from spam. So AIRTEL network protects AIRTEL customers from spam. And that, I think, is our basic objective of the product. Definitely, everyone else can support in this, but we don't want our customers to be spammed. And we don't want our customers to be affected by a potential scam. And we are warning our customers, we are protecting our customers, we are giving them an indication that this is probably a suspected spam. So I think that's broadly, I think that's broadly what this entire product is about. And thank you. And I think we have I'm hoping we'll show the TVC that we have shot. And it very clearly talks about when a message comes of a spam, you're alone, you're vulnerable, you're unprotected, you're fragile, but now don't worry, because you have AIRTEL AI behind you, protecting you, staying there for you. You don't see it, but it's there for you, and it will protect you from every fragile moment that you experience when a spamster tries to scam that money out of your bank wallet or makes you click on a link of lottery. I think that's broadly what the product is, and we are very proud that we have been able to do this after, it required a lot of courage, conviction, and intensity to have put so many people behind an AI engine. And in my mind, this is AI for the mass. I mean, we can talk about AI for a lot of tech people, but AI, how is it helping a common man, a mass market, a common man, a person in a university, a person who's in a security guard? I think that's the power of AI. The moment we are able to bring AI to a common man, I think we are using tech for good. And so that's broadly this product. So I want to thank you all for listening in calmly and bearing with me. I'm hoping that, going forward we'll be able to do that. I think the ad is there.
You are one of our Lotto lucky winners. Send us your lucky names. Congratulations, your grant has been approved. Click the link to claim. Everyone deals with spam, right? And when that SMS comes in and something goes wrong, then we are left to suffer all alone? No.
From today, AIRTEL is with you. With the power of AI, we are identifying spammers and alerting each of our customers when a spam SMS comes in. No app download, no charges, because fighting against spam is our responsibility too.
Very cool.
AIRTEL, a reason to imagine.
You are one of our Lotto lucky winners. Send us your lucky names. Congratulations, your grant has been approved. Click the link to claim. Everyone deals with spam, right? And when that SMS comes in and something goes wrong, then we are left to suffer all alone? No.
From today, AIRTEL is with you. With the power of AI, we are identifying spammers and alerting each of our customers when a spam SMS comes in. No app download, no charges, because fighting against spam is our responsibility too.
Very cool.
AIRTEL, a reason to imagine.
I think that is something to celebrate. Please join me and appreciate our CEO, Mr. Dinesh Balsing. Very well said. A great initiative helping increase in the safety of Nigerians everywhere, as AIRTEL has always done. Okay, we're excited about this moment. It's quite a notable moment. Just a quick reminder that if you have questions about the service, the spam alert service that was spoken about today, and you've seen the presentation of our CEO, if you have any questions, please write them out on the paper provided, hand them to one of our ladies in red, and they will bring them to our attention and we'll eventually get to your question. But that's not going to happen immediately. So just sit tight with your questions. We'll come to them very shortly. I spoke about creativity being one of the media for communication, and we want to bring you another form. First we started with spoken word, and we want to bring you another form of creativity that will help this message get passed across, this time via dancing, and it's from a dance group that has been very, very prominent in Nigeria across the last, I would say, 3 decades or so. But before I do that, let me quickly recognize President of the Association of Telecom Companies in Nigeria. Please put your hands together for Mr. Tony Omoekpere. Good to have you with us, sir. All right, back to our communication via dance. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as you make welcome a very popular dance group in Nigeria called Dance Not the Main Thing, DNMT.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,